Have you ever wondered how Islamic financial institutions navigate financial hardships while maintaining Shariah compliance? Today, we delve into this topic by exploring the Hajah Darurah policy by BNM. This policy plays a pivotal role in guiding these institutions through challenging times, ensuring actions taken align with Shariah principles. We'll be dissecting its core aspects, from compliance requirements to practical applications. So buckle up for an enlightening journey into the intricacies of Islamic finance. Let's dive into the core aspects of this policy. First, let's discuss the compliance requirements of the Hajah Darurah policy. When Islamic financial institutions implement Hajah Darurah, their actions must fall within the policy's guidelines outlined in Part B. Picture this: an Islamic bank in the midst of a market crisis may need to deviate from regular Shariah-compliant practices. In such scenarios, the bank's decisions should align with the policy and be justifiable before the regulatory authority. Next, we'll look at how hardship is defined under this policy. Hardship, in the context of this policy, refers to severe difficulties that justify deviation from standard Shariah principles. Imagine an Islamic investment fund. If its typical Shariah-compliant investment channels are severely disrupted by an economic downturn, this could be seen as a hardship. It threatens the fund's ability to safeguard investor wealth, forcing it to consider alternatives outside the usual practices. Next, we'll delve into the preconditions for applying Hajah Darurah and how these principles guide decisions in such challenging situations. There are several preconditions that must be met before an Islamic financial institution can apply Hajah or Darurah. First, there must be a certainty of hardship. For instance, a significant downturn in the economy that threatens the stability of the institution. Second, there must be a need to deviate from standard Shariah principles to mitigate this hardship. Third, there must be an absence of Shariah-compliant alternatives to address this hardship. And lastly, the solution must not lead to greater harm than the hardship itself. It's like a bank facing a liquidity crisis. It must first exhaust all Shariah-compliant options before considering other alternatives, ensuring that the action taken is justifiable and minimizes harm. Let's now understand how Hajah and Darurah are categorized. Hajah and Darurah are categorized based on their context and severity. Hajah Type 1 applies when Islamic banks use conventional nostro accounts for international transactions, a widely accepted commercial practice. Hajah Type 2 is for specific situations, like when a client needs to use conventional insurance overseas. Darurah is reserved for extreme crises with systemic impact, like an imminent institution collapse requiring an unconventional loan. Now, with these categories in mind, let's see how this policy works in practice. The Hajah Darurah policy is a pragmatic approach to navigating financial hardships in a Shariah-compliant manner. It balances immediate challenges with Shariah principles, ensuring the safeguarding of wealth and maintaining financial stability. In essence, the Hajah Darurah policy provides a structured, Shariah-compliant framework for navigating financial hardships while preserving the integrity and ethical foundations of Islamic finance.